Krishna, my name is Kovi, and I'll be going over slides 11 and 12. Slide number 11, Ravana wanted to kidnap Sita Devi, but by tricking her, due to his greed and lust, he thought he would gain power and happiness. However, the outcome of his actions made him end up with Maya Sita rather than the real Sita. At the end of those actions, he did lead him to become envious. This part of the Ramayana shows us how greed and lust can lead to our downfall. So the moral is that we can't let our greed and lust, etc. control us. Next slide. So Maricha, a shape-shifting demon, took form of a stunning, beautiful golden deer, which captured the attention of Sita Devi. Sita wanted the golden deer very much, but she didn't know it was a trap, of course. This led to her to get captured. Maricha's appearance was a trap and full of false promises. This story can tell us that we get attracted to things which look good on the outside, but is ugly on the inside. For example, for a fly, a spider web looks like very beautiful, but it doesn't know that like it's gonna be the spider's food because it's gonna die. So we can't get tricked like that. So thank you, Hare Krishna. Next, I introduce my friend Satya.
Hare Krishna, my name is Satya. So I'm going to be covering 13 and 14. So number 13 is Maya knows our weakness. So she can make our strength into a weakness and take away from the circle of instruction of great souls. Ravana used Sita Devi's attitude for his own advantage because she loved to serve great souls, and he did it to disobey Lakshmana. So Mother Sita had a good quality of serving old and great souls. So when Ravana transformed into a sage and to lure her out. And another example is Bharat Maharaja, who had a good quality of compassion. And when he was old and he was living in the forest, he actually became attached to his deer that he was taking care of. And that's why in his next life, he took birth as a deer. So the moral is noticing which qualities you have that can turn into a weakness, and you have to be careful. So the next one is always stand by the right. So Jatayu's integrity. Real success is to please the Lord. Although Jatayu lost his life in the fight for the pleasure of Lord Rama, he attained Vaikuntha by Lord's blessing, by pleasing the Lord. So there's a big difference between Maricha and Jatayu. And Maricha told Ravana to go back to Lanka and live peacefully. But his sister Suparnika told him that he was being a bad brother and to go back and help her get Lord Rama basically. And at first that didn't work actually. So that's why she started to describe Lord Sita's beauty. So that's why Lord and Ravana thought in his mind of a way to kidnap Sita. And in this time, he said to Maricha that you will either be killed if you don't help me. So that's why Maricha said this clever sentence. He said, "I would rather die in the Lord's hands than in your hands." And even though this seems noble, it was actually not noble, because we later see when he transforms into a golden deer and he's shot by Lord Rama's arrow, he crowds out Lakshmana and Sita, pretending to be Lord Ram. And this shows that he's still in Ravana's side, even though he's pretending to be in Lord Rama's side. And another one is Jatayu. So we see Jatayu's integrity. Even though he's killed by Ravana, he was actually always in the Lord Rama's team. And we see that when he was attacking like the chariot animal of Ravana, and Ravana cut off one of Jatayu's wings, and even though he was like flapping with one wing basically, and that's why but he heard Mata Sita's crying, and that's why he still went through the pain and still continued to attack Ravana, and in the end Ravana cut off both his wings, and that's why he died like that. But he gained Vaikuntha by helping Lord Ram.
The 15th lesson we can learn from the Ramayana is patience, determination, and enthusiasm. And a long time ago, Shabri's guru had asked her to wait for Lord Rama while all the other disciples and the guru himself went back to Godhead. She showed everyone her enthusiasm by working hard every day to clean the place, plucking flowers and fruits for the Lord. She had complete faith in the words of her guru and patiently waited for her determination. And finally, the Lord showed up. So from this example, we can see how Shabri was patient and she showed determination. And every day she served the Lord with enthusiasm by sweeping by cleaning the place and plucking flowers and fruits for the Lord. And finally, this paid off and she got rewarded and the Lord came to her. Okay, we see this short story that we cannot put a facade before that Hanuman was disguised and then he didn't speak to Hanuman for 4 months because he was dishonest. So from this we can see that if we aren't honest towards the Lord, we will get punished, and we have to be honest towards everyone, and that will reward us. Thank you.
So, after Lord Rama met Hanuman, and then he became friends with Sugriva, and then we all know the story how Sugriva sent Hanuman to different teams in different directions to search for Sita. Hanuman's team came across a vast ocean, and Sampati, Jatayu's brother, told them that I can see Sita from here, from across the ocean. So they knew that Sita was there, but who could go across the ocean? There were no aeroplanes or submarines or snorkels or ships or anything in that time. So one monkey said, I can jump 10 miles. Or another monkey said, you know what? I can jump 20 miles. I'm better than you. Another monkey said, well, I can jump 30 miles. Another monkey said, I can jump 80 miles. And Angad said, hey, finally, someone who can jump across the ocean. But he said, be able to circumambulate Vamandev 108 times in 3 seconds. But now that he was old, he couldn't do that. So he checked out to find who was more capable and who hadn't boasted of themselves yet. Then he saw one person sitting down and deeply in thought. So he asked that person, do you remember who you are? The person said, yes. Jambavan asked that person, do you remember the time where you swallowed the sun? The person said, I don't think the sun could fit in my mouth. Then Jambavan started reminding that person of all his powers. And that person said, well, now I remember. Then So that person was Hanuman. So that person, before when he jumped to eat the sun, he didn't do it for anyone else. He did it for himself. Well, he kind of did it for his mom so that he didn't have to double his mom. But he did it for himself so that he could satiate his hunger. But now he was doing it for Lord Ram. So since he was actually doing it for somebody, he had more power. And we should also become an instrument in the Lord's hands, just like Hanuman. He faced so many obstacles, but he didn't wither. There were 3 obstacles. Of course, there were many more, but like, okay. There were 3 obstacles. So, just for us, on the path of bhakti, we have many obstacles. A few of them are Mainaka, the golden mountain. So, for us, we get temptation to seek comfort before achieving a real purpose. I am going to a shop to buy something, and then I see something else. I'm like, hey, I want ice cream. Well, you know what? That shop closes at 5 o'clock and it's 4:45 right now. It's fine. I'll go there tomorrow. So let's first do a real purpose. This ice cream shop closes at 9 o'clock in the evening. Let's first do a real purpose, then come back and do it. So we can see here that Hanuman, he said, thank you, Mount Mainaka, but I have to go. And when I'm on a mission, there is no word comfort in my dictionary. So you can see here, it looks like he's punching the mountain, but he's actually touching the mountain. And yeah. There's also Surasa, the serpent. While striving for bhakti, many people will try to test us and criticize us and misunderstand us. But we should have the willingness to tolerate. Like some people, when Hanuman was going across the ocean, some people, they wanted to test him, and some people wanted to help him. The people who wanted to help him sent Menaka, like Varunadev or Vayudev. But there were some demigods and some people who wanted to test Hanuman, how much devotion he actually had. Was he trying to show off that he could jump super hard and so he could fly over the ocean? And his patience, enthusiasm, and his determination was tested, and it was proved to be correct. He was so insecure. He had done so many wrongs and he wanted to fix those wrongs. He was so insecure that he chose Lanka on an island surrounded with oceans. And now it's just the most dangerous animal of all time will be a great white shark. That's probably not going to be roaming around if you're in a ship. Like now those are just myths, but there were great shadow catching demoness. She's trying to eat Hanuman. Being envious of other people in higher position and trying to stop their progress, this is jealousy of the mind. By devotional service, we have to devour Simika, who represents envy. Ravana purposefully kept her hungry, but they at least weren't with bad intentions. Simika here, she is with bad intentions. She's trying to devour me. And it doesn't matter if she's trying to devour me. She's trying to stop Lord Rama's mission, and that cannot happen. So he thought, I will not spare her. So he went inside, and with his sharp nails, he killed her. Go to the next, bruh. The 19th lesson we can learn from the Ramayana is that arrogance cannot understand well-wishers. The world is a mirror of our own consciousness. Ravana was thinking Mandodari was envious of Sita, but actually he was envious of Lord Rama. Ravana was thinking of Vibhishana was disloyal and taking the side of Lord Rama, but it was he who was disloyal to Kubera, his cousin brother. When we think we know, we are not willing to listen to good counsel. Spiritual progress means simplicity and humility. If they are lacking, we will not listen to anyone thinking that we know better. That was Ravana. Ravana, in fact, all his soldiers, all his courtiers, they all knew that what Ravana did was wrong. Even Kumbhakarna himself states it. He says that, "Oh brother, what you did was wrong. Why did you do it before consulting me?" But he said, since you're my brother and since I love you and since you're the king, I will make your mistake, I will undo your mistake by killing Lord Rama. So, we can see that everyone knows the right thing, but they don't want to say it to Ravana because he's just too powerful like that. So, we should be humble and we should try to listen to other people who are better than us. Some people, they think, hey, like sometimes I just feel like this. My dad says, practice this tune more on harmonium. And I'm like, well, I know it. And then my dad's like, no, you don't. Do it once. I do it perfectly. He says, do it again. And then I do it full with mistakes. So he said, see, you don't know it. So we should be humble to be able to learn the better people.
Is it you? I wrote it. I'm not sure it sounds.
And recorded this stream.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
I'm at Shree's house.
Lesson 20. Pride or attachment leads to loss of intelligence. Dhyayo Vishrayan Pumsaha. Bhagavad Gita 2.62. Every stage of this shloka was exhibited by Ravana. Loss of intelligence. Even when all of his stalwart warriors, including Kumbhakarna and Indrajit, died, but he still did not give up.
Yeah, I'm here.
So when during the war which Ravana was fighting against Lord Ram, it was clear that the side of Ravana was losing. Ravana lost all of his greatest warriors, such as his own son Indrajit and his very huge brother Kumbhakarna. Even though his lust for Sita was so much that he was even willing to give up his own life for it. And now coming back to that earlier shloka, Dhyayo Vishayan Pumsaha, that shloka means, while contemplating on the objects of senses, attachment comes. And from attachment comes lust. And from lust, anger arises. And from anger comes delusion. And from delusion comes bewilderment of memory. And from bewilderment of memory comes loss of intelligence. All of these stages happen to Ravana with all of his insecurities. The moral of, because that could make you lose some of your intelligence. Slide 21. Hearing about the Lord, revival of dormant love. Lord Rama, being the Paramatma in the heart of everyone, including Ravana, could have just killed him by turning off Ravana's heart. But his Lord and his pleasure potency Sita Devi went through this whole ordeal so that we can hear about the Lord and revive our dormant love. So as most of people know here, Lord Rama is also the Paramatma inside our soul. So some people here may be thinking, couldn't Rama just turned off Ravana's heart? And yes, he could have. But Rama didn't do that for two reasons. The first reason is that so us people from this time could listen to Rama's stories and get purified from them. And another one is so that his other devotees, the Vanaras, could also serve him by building the bridge to Lanka and helping find Sita. And Rama didn't even need them to help finish Ravana because while with sage Vishwamitra, while he was conducting his yajna, he beat Kara and Dushana, some of Ravana's strongest warriors, and 14,000 soldiers all alone. So the moral of this slide is that if you hear about the Lord, your love for the Lord will be revived. And slide 22, righteousness. Vibhishana comes to take the shelter of Lord Rama. All the monkeys were against him except Hanumanji. Vibhishana was willing to be misunderstood or even chastised to surrender to the Lord. So when Vibhishana was coming from Lanka to Rama's camp, all the monkeys saw him and like, hey, isn't that Ravana's brother? Yeah, why is he coming here? Yeah, and then all of them were like thinking like that. And when Vibhishan asked for Rama's to serve Rama, Rama had like a council with all his monkeys, and Sugriva said, Lord Ram, we should just take that guy down and kill him on the spot. We shouldn't trust him. And Vibhishana knew very well that he was most likely be misunderstood by all of the monkeys and maybe even get hurt by them. But he was still willing to go through all of that just so that he could see and be with his Lord. And the moral of this slide is that there are going to be many hurdles to be on the right side, but you should always choose the right side and be true to the Lord. And now I introduce the next speaker, Anish. The last.
Counsel and advice in battle against illusion. In battle against illusion, every stage, we need an association of devotees to put us straight, without which we will fall. Lord Rama does not need, but took the counsel of Vibhishana to teach us all the lesson on importance of taking advice of others' devotees. We can't just battle it ourselves. We need a guide, and that guide will be any devotees, because their experience and they've already faced it, they know what to do. They can teach us what to do in battling illusion and permanently removing it. Grace of a sadhu was needed to kill demons within. Agastya Muni had given a divine arrow to Lord Rama. The arrow was used by Lord Rama to kill Ravana by piercing his heart. So, Rama, he wasn't able to kill Ravana because his arrows had kept on deflecting off of one of his 10 heads. But Agastya Muni, as a sadhu, he knew what to do, and he also had a personal relationship with Ravana, so he knew how to kill him. So he gave Rama the arrow and told him where to put the arrow to kill him. Rama did that, and Ravana died. This is how you can trust any sadhu, when you're talking to them or if you have association with them. Welcoming the Lord in hearts with lamps. That is Deepavali festival. Lord Rama is welcomed back into Ayodhya with lamps. Deepavali is not just physical fire, but lighting the hearts with the light of Lord's grace and process of devotional service. When the heart is fully illuminated, then we can experience Lord Rama within ourselves. When our love awakens in that love, compassion for all living being awakens. That leads to Ramarajya, which is awakened within the heart and without. For example, out in the world. So, Deepavali, so it's just the celebration. Everyone knows that. But those candles, they aren't just ordinary. It's the thing that lights up the people's hearts. Then all of this happens. The lesson that everyone can learn from this topic is that whenever you pray to the Lord or worship Him, we should do it full love, focus, and faith to amass the best results. Thank you.
So before we have question and answers, this is the Kartik Mass. It started on Tuesday. No, not Tuesday. Thursday. Thursday. So in the Kartik Mass, there's also Diwali, and on the day of Diwali is the day that Krishna gets bound up by Mother Yashoda. there's like a picture there where we don't need it right now, but like there's a picture where Lord Yashoda is binding Lord Krishna up. So yeah, it's called. There's like a Damodar mask for it, and then it's so special. It has many specialities, and Krishna says that out of all the months, Kartik is my favorite. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you all the kids. It was beautiful presentation by each and every one. It was so easy, and I think by this presentation you all have, I know how much you all have practiced, meditated, and certainly Diwali is coming up, so Lord Ram is certainly happy by hearing all of your presentation. So one more round of applause for all of you. So right now we can, since you heard each and everyone's presentation, maybe we can give, any one of you can give a feedback, constructive feedback for each of them. So maybe we'll request all of you to come onto the chairs, and it's open for everyone. So you can, if anyone liked something or maybe any improvement, or we'll give constructive feedback. So they are kids, they are all learning. So it's the second time they are doing this way. So it's beautiful. Anyone wants to?
Alright, for slides 11 through 12, anybody have any questions on...
Wait. Auntie has asked for feedback. Matri is
Question
asking
and
for
answer
feedback.
after sometime.
Okay.
Okay? We'll do the feedback. Anyone wants to?
Yeah, Hare Krishna everyone. I really love the courage of the kids, presenting very nicely and clearly. I know kids have worked hard very.
Oh, it's not working?
Yeah, it's coming. So I'm really happy for the kids, and I want to see the progress and also upcoming more and more presentations like this, and we'll be more proud of you guys. Thank you.
Maybe each of us can give one point. If anyone.
No, we are all going to give feedback. Wait. Come on. Question answers is time for
Hare Krishna everyone.
What about you?
All the kids did very well. I like that not only just reading off of the slides, you practiced, you did your homework to learn the backstory behind these slides and present, so that we know, some of the slides, like what Shriyan was telling, I didn't know those stories myself. So good to know, good to hear these stories. Not only you are learning, you are making the audience also learn stuff from these presentations. Yeah, we are looking for many more presentations like this.
Do you want to say from where you have taken the subject, or like which book you have referred to, or which website you have referred to?
So, my dad just gave us this like YouTube video, and then he gave us this PPT. So he told us to watch the YouTube video, and then like what the Prabhuji in the YouTube video said, like not to copy it off, but like to say something like it, something that we're comfortable with. Yeah, and then we are also reading this like Ramayana, the Game of Life series in our morning chanting calls. So yeah, that's been helping us.
Yeah, I mostly agree with Shriyan. Like most of the things I've said, like I've come up with myself, but most of them were based off Radhanath Swami's video, which if any of you want to learn, link in the bio. So basically the same thing as Shriyan said. So like, yeah.
All don't have to say, yeah.
Yeah, what should you say?
It's the same.
Yeah, I think everyone has the same thing.
My bad, it's Radheshyam Prabhuji.
Radheshyam Prabhuji is the disciple of Radhanath Swami Maharaj. So it's coming from him.
My bad.
No, it's the same. We see all these are coming from Krishna, but they are all his disciples, right? So it's correct in one way. Anyone else?
Anybody else has like a separate way of doing?
Now it can be question as well. If you have any questions from the kids as well, if you have any questions for these kids from what you have heard till now from Ramayana, they should be able to answer. Any questions?
No.
You have a question?
No, can we do it like slide order, like from slide 11 to 12? If there's
Just general questions. Huh?
Alright, general questions, okay.
So how many days did you take to practice, or how many days did you prepare?
To be honest, I kind of just started yesterday.
Kovi, give it to Kovi.
I started last night. Because every time we were actually gonna practice, like no one was there like online to practice. So we all just like did our own thing. We didn't do like who did you guys like finish it? We just like did it. We just like trusted each other.
Usually they all get together, maybe join the calls few times and they practice together. This time like some of them are busy, so they practiced on their own, but it did come out well. Yeah, beautiful.
Oh yeah, we also in the morning chanting call, but like
It was mostly just Kobe and stuff.
yeah, no one else really joined.
I was ghosting for a few sessions.
Anything else?
My bad, guys.
You have a question?
You have a question? Are you all listening?
Akshay.
Fun question. Fun fact. Yeah.
Okay.
So, in all these lessons that you have learned, can you relate any facts in your life, like the regular day-to-day life that you have been seeing from last 10 years, right? Or maybe 5 years, because first 5 years you guys don't know anything. So,
I
you
think
relate any-
like
From Ramayana.
from Ram.
for me it's kind of like from like the
Like the part where like Maricha came and distracted Sita kind of happened for me in my homework. Cause like while I'm doing my online homework like IXL and stuff, I sometimes get carried away and start like playing games. So kind of relatable.
So, what is your takeaway from this?
Maybe I should not.
Watch more.
Maybe I should game a bit less. Well, at least, not game while I'm doing IXL, but still game the same amount as I game.
you have to shoot on the game.
Yeah, maybe everyone can
Yeah.
tell that.
So when I was learning about my slide, when I was watching the video, I was I was learning that that people will take advantage of your of your strength. So if you're a very kind and nice person who is willing to do stuff for other people, some people might take advantage of that, and they might use you and use you for your money, saying oh yeah, sure, we can go here, and then just take stuff from you. So you have to be careful, and you should always keep an eye out. You should be a good person, but you should also be careful of other people, and you shouldn't trust everyone super fast.
So basically, when I do my homework or all of that stuff, I get carried away too, and I watch YouTube, play games, look at sports scores, all of that stuff.
Shane?
So, like, I see that sometimes whenever like I'm just bummed out, I just want to sit and do like something, just do something fun and something like that. And then my parents tell me do this. I'm like, oh, geez, why me and why now? Why can't you do it? Like, why? And then I learned from the Ramayana that we should be humble, and we should be willing to learn from others who are better than us. Well, of course, it's going to be easier for them to do it than telling us, because they know how to do it. We don't. So they have to teach us. Is it easier to do something or teach something? Well, it's way easier to do something. So it's going to be easier for parents to do something, but they still do it because they want to teach us something. So we should be humble enough to learn something. So yeah.
He's telling.
Any of you wants to say something regarding the Ramayana or anything, or shall we move on to Damodarashtakam?
I think like every day I was joining the morning calls, and then I only saw Kovi and Satya. There's some like Sahasra and Anish and everybody else practicing. So but then when I saw today's presentation, I'm like, hey, actually people practiced. Even though they didn't join the chanting call, they actually practiced a lot. I started my practice today. I mean, yeah. But like a lot of people, they didn't start their practice today. Even though they didn't join the chanting call, they didn't start their practice today. They started it like before. So, yeah.
You're happy for them?
Yeah.
You can give So this is the month of, as we all know, this is the month of Kartik. Kartik month is also called as Damodar month. The name Damodar is, Dam means rope and Udar means the stomach. So Lord Krishna being bind to the stomach by the love of Mother Yashoda. This happened in this month, and this happened exactly on Diwali day as well. So that's one of the reasons why we celebrate Diwali. There are a few other reasons also, Lord Ram coming back to Ayodhya. And this is also called as Kartik. Actually, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that out of all the months, his favorite month is Margashish, which is coming up next. But he says he himself is Kartik. And Kartik is very dear to him because Kartik is another name of Srimati Radharani. So Radharani's mother's name is Kirtida, and so that's the reason Radharani is also called as Kirtida Sundari. Kirtida Kumari is her name, and Mother Kirtida, she used to call Radharani with love as Kartika. So, and then that's how the name Kartik came for this month. And since it is Radharani's name, Lord Krishna's favorite month this is. And he says, one who follows, we can do very little austerity. It can be offering the ghee lamp. He says, like one who offers ghee lamp every day during Kartik, he's very dear to me. Usually we can offer morning and evening, or at least once ghee lamp by singing Damodarashtakam. So this is the story of Damodar Leela, why Krishna wants to eat butter. When Krishna wanted to eat butter, Mother Yashoda took a stick and came behind him because he was stealing butter and he was distributing that butter to all his friends and he was wasting all her effort. And since he was going here and there, she wanted to bind him to the grinding motor. And when Mother Yashoda went inside the home, Krishna moved. Krishna with his, that strength, he could crawl, and the grinding motor also came along with him. And that got stuck between the two trees, and from those two trees fell, broke and fell. And from those two trees, there were two living beings came, and their names are Nalla Kuvera and Manigriva. So they were cursed to become trees long time ago. And they were said, by the touch of Supreme Lord, you will get your human body again. So they got their body and they paid obeisances and they left to their spiritual world. So this is the entire story in a nutshell. It's a very beautiful story. It's also there on Little Krishna. They have taken on Little Krishna as well. If anyone wants to watch Damodar Leela, Little Krishna, if you are watching, it will have the entire story. So we have Damodar Ashtakam, 8 verses, which is a song, and we'll all offer ghee lamp, and we can do some kirtan.
They say like Radha Krishna also got formed in Kartika Masa, right? Is
Yes,
that true?
yes. Yeah, that's true. Radha Kund and Shyam Kund, both.
Damodar is also hill name. It's a hill name. Damodar is a hill name. It's a hill.
I don't know. Govardhan.
Oh, Govardhan.
Govardhan. So Govardhan Leela happened also in this month. It's right next day of Diwali. So after Diwali day, Govardhan Leela, where Krishna lifted Govardhan on that particular
A
day.
few years later, it didn't happen on the same year. It happened a few years later.
Yeah, of course. Krishna was small when Damodar Leela happened. Krishna grew up where he could lift. But it happened in this month. So this month, around Diwali, they have many Leelas which happened. It's the same day as Lord Ram coming back to Ayodhya, we all celebrate. It's the same day as Damodar Leela happened. The same next day again, after a few years, Govardhan lifting happened. And there are a few more. It's beautiful. That's why they say this month, if one can follow, that's some devotees do follow some austerities, like they read Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. It's good to chant. If we are already chanting one round, it's good to increase by one round. If you're not at all chanting, then it's good to at least chant one round. So it says like it's a discount offer. It's like a Diwali offer. Whatever we do in this month, it gets multiplied by 1,000 times more. That spiritual benefit we get. So anything, any little thing we can add on to. We don't have to give up anything. A few devotees also, like whatever is their priya, like food item, they do also do that austerity. But Srila Prabhupada says you can add on to something, like to your regular routine, you can add on to like reading, chanting, or offering the ghee lamp, doing kirtan together, something, any one we can think of, and any simple, which we can stick to the whole month. Thank you.
So Kartika month is when we have the Diwali.
So Mataji, usually after Amavasya, the new month starts like Kartika Masam, right?
Yeah, Kartika starts November 16 for us. I don't know about this thing.
This is Vaishnava Kartik month, and it starts from Sharad Purnima. That Kartika is for Lord Shiva, and it starts from Amavasya.
Yeah,
this is
November
Paurnima.
16. Oh, okay, yeah. That's what I was wondering, because Aipasi, this is Aipasi in our this thing. So Aipasi is when Diwali happens.
What is Aipasi?
Aipasi is the month.
Tamil month.
Before Kartika, the month before Kartika is Aipasi. Aipasi is when Diwali happens. And when Diwali is over, Kartika happens. In our Kartika also, we also lit lamp daily, and that Paurnami, we lit the lamp in air house, right? So that Kartika we do.
Yeah.
That's what I was surprised with. Kartika already started.
This is Lord Vishnu. This is for Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu. This is from Paurnima to Paurnima. This ends Kartik Paurnam. Kartik Paurnama, and that starts with
November
Amavasya.
16, yeah, November 16 it starts. That's especially for Durga. Like Durga. Kartik is Durga.
There is also a story that Kartik, once Ganesha got married, he made the round of his parents, Shiva and Shakti, and then Shiva and Parvati. Then Kartik got angry and he went on a hill.
Yeah.
And on Kartik
Padani.
Purnam,
That's Padani.
Shiva and Parvati went there, and that's the reason also we celebrate Kartik Purnam.
Yeah. That's why Padani is very powerful. Yes, Gram, right?
We need to.
That lighter is there.
Okay. Kobe wanted to do the summary.
Okay.
We can read the translation, the summary of.
The summary of for the Ramayana.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So the summary is Lord Rama's story teaches key spiritual lessons. Bad association like Kaikeyi's with Manthara can lead to downfall while staying focused on service. Like Rama helps fulfill our mission. Life's challenges, when viewed properly, aid spiritual growth. Devotion requires alertness, integrity, and overcoming obstacles like temptation and envy. Pride blinds us to good counsel, as seen with Ravana. While humility and patience, as shown by Bharat, Shabari, and Jatayu, brings divine blessings. Ultimately, devotion illuminates the heart, and festivals like Deepavali reminds us to welcome the Lord within.
Translation.
Akshay.
The meaning, the translation of Damodar Ashtakam is so beautiful. It gives us the inside meaning. It not just narrates the story or the true translation, but it gives us how much love that Mother Yashoda have, the pure meaning of the pure love. So we can read maybe one by one. We can all read the translation.
Hare Krishna. To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokul, who I, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter, and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yasoda, but who has been caught from behind by her who ran, I offer my humble obeisance.
Seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck which is marked with 3 lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord, Sri Damodara, whose belly is bound not with ropes but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisance.
By such childhood pastimes as this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence that he is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisance to Lord Damodara hundreds and hundreds of times.
Okay. O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Bala Gopala in Vrindavana may ever be manifest in my heart, for what is the use of any other boons besides this?
O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are no use to me.
O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you, O Damodara, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master. O my Lord, be pleased upon me by showering your glance of mercy upon me. Deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eye.
O Lord Damodara, just as the 2 sons of Kubera, Manigriva and Nala Kubera, were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you, in your form as a baby tied with rope to a wooden grinding mortar. In the same way, please give to me your own prema bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation.
O Lord Damodara, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent robe which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances onto your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances onto you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who displays unlimited pastimes.